Hello, hello, hello. This is Els coming to you from Venus Crafty Corner, and today I want to show you guys something a little different. Now, some of you may know, before I started my channel, I was making journals and things, but to pay the bills, so to speak, I was doing party favors, for weddings and birthday parties and corporate events and things like that. And I did a lot of really neat kind of things, okay? So I thought about this and I said, these guys are good. They can do this. So I decided I was going to go ahead and show you guys something. So what we're looking for is scraps, and we're going to do something for Halloween, okay? So I got this really cool Halloween paper, but this is paper, okay? It's paper. You really can't do a lot with paper when it comes to this kind of stuff, okay? But we can do something with this. This is cardstock, and this is orange cardstock, and it's like a watercolor looking thing, okay? And that kind of actually works for us because we're going to be doing a Halloween thing. So we're going to get out our cutters. We're going to cut a piece. First off, we're going to cut a strip that's 4 inches across. Now, you can get 2 of these or more. You should be able to get 4 of these out of a piece of 8.5 by 11. So, we're going to cut a strip that is 4 inches wide. Let me make sure I get this right. There we go. 4 inches. Okay. 4 inches across. And then we're going to go 5.5 inches. Okay. So let's make sure. See? So we can get 4 out of one sheet of 8.5 by 11. So we're going to start with this one. Alright. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get out a scoreboard. Okay, so we're getting out our scoreboard. I'm using my mini, and I'm using my stylus, my scoring tool, whatever you use to do your scoring. And we're going to start with the paper in here alongside, okay? So we're going to do a couple of scores on here. Now, we don't want to push too much because we don't really want to go through the paper here. We just want to put in some lines. So we're going to start, and the first one we're putting in is 1 1/4. So you're going to find the 1 1/4 and just score it. Then you're going to go to the 2.5, the 3 3/4, and the 5. Okay? Then we're going to turn it like this, and we're going to score on the short side. Now, on the short side, we're going to go again at 1 1/4, 2.5. Then we're going to go at 3 and 3.5. Okay? So we should have 1, 2, 3, 4 lines going on the length of the paper, and 1, 2, 3, 4 lines going across the paper. Okay? We can get rid of this. Okay, so now that we're here, what we're going to do is, down here in this bottom 1 inch row, we have this little 1/2 inch flap here. So we're going to take this off. And what we're going to do is we're going to go straight on the score line, and then we're going to go straight up this score line. Okay? Boink. We're going to take that piece out. Okay? Then we're going to do the same thing for the rest of these lines. We're going to cut straight up the score line, and then just to the right of it, we're going to take a thin wedge. Okay? So right up the score line, and we're only cutting to that 1st inch, okay? Then we're going to do another thin wedge. So basically we're cutting out the score line, okay? Now, Here's where this gets interesting. Now we're going to use a punch board. Your envelope punch board. Now, if you don't have an envelope punch board, it's okay. You can use a circle, and you're only going to punch a portion of this, okay? So we're going to take this, and what we're going to do is that center line, the one that we folded back and forth, we're going to place that in, putting the end of our box with the little half-inch pieces on the 1-inch line. We're going to punch that out. We're going to do that all the way down. Now this might be a little hard to punch because you're going through 2 layers of cardstock here. That's okay. Remember, you want to punch all the way down, including the very end of it. Okay? And we'll get rid of those scraps. So you should have a piece that looks like this now. Okay? You've got all these little diamond-shaped windows, 4 little flappies. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take, with the box facing the inside up, you're going to fold over the first full piece. We're going to place some glue all along here. Okay, and we're going to fold this piece right over on top of it. And this should line up perfectly. Hold it for a second, let it dry. Now, on these second squares, we're going to take this. Now, this is just a piece of our paper that we had. I cut a 1-inch strip, then I cut some 1-inch pieces. They're right here. You can use glue for this, or you can use tape, whichever you prefer. I use art glitter glue, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. Plus, it's what I have in my hand. So I'm just going to put a little bead around, and then I'm going to take this little piece, and I'm going to put it in the center of that second square, that middle piece. Okay? And I'm going to do all 4 of them, just exactly the same. A little bit of glue. Right in the center. Now you guys understand why I can center things easily. Flip it over and I do the other side. Spent a lot of time centering stuff. Really good at doing matting. Okay. Let's get this little booger. There. And then this one. Just like this. Okay. There we go. All right. Now, if you push on the outsides, this will come up. Where that piece was glued together, where you glued the seam together, that's your back corner, okay? And it's pretty easy to see it because it just kind of stands out like a sore thumb. See that? It's a big white line. That's your back side, okay? Where that folds into. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this first piece, fold it down. I'm going to put a little bit of glue. Fold in the side. Doesn't matter which one. We're going to put a little bit of glue. Fold in the other side. A little bit of glue. And we're going to fold this one down. Now, do you see that kind of V it creates there? That slight. The reason that is there is because we went ahead and we chopped those little pieces off. Now, you can turn this upright. Use your pokey tool or your bone folder or whatever. Just kind of press down. Another good way is just take your glue bottle and push it in there. There you go. Okay, so now we have decorated all 4 sides. We've put the bottom together. We've cut these little junctures out. The next thing is actually making this into something. Now, to make this work, we're going to need 2 things. One, about an 8-inch piece of twine, and 2, a lollipop. Now, this is a small, one of those designer lollipops. This one's strawberry shortcake. This actually fits best on a Tootsie Pop. Blow Pops are too big. Tootsie Pops work good. So you're going to put that in, okay? And here's the magic. You're going to push in on the box. Just lightly. You're going to put your string around it. Pull it. You don't want to force this, just until it's snug. We're going to make a little bow. Come on, string, make a bow. Loop, go around the loop. Fox goes in the hole. Chicken runs out. Okay. I don't know how that goes. I'm just being silly. All right. So now I have a cute little treat holder with a little designer lollipop in it, or a Tootsie Pop, that I can either pass out to the kids in my neighborhood, or if I'm going to send this to school with my kids or grandkids, and I do make probably about 200 of these at Halloween for my grandkids to take to school, because you figure there's probably about 25, 30 kids plus extras in each one of their classrooms. And I currently have 5 grandchildren in school. And so, you know, it's quite a bit. And the grandkids help. So there's that one. And now if I'm going to send it off with them, I'm going to decorate it a little bit more. Let's see. And I got these little stickers left over from last year. So, these little die cut pieces. So, you know, put a little glue on there. Stick that right on the front. Push it down. Hold it for a second. All right. So that's number 1. Number 2 is a little bit easier. Okay, so the second one we're going to do is going to be using a tag punch, a piece of 2.5 by 6-inch long paper, lollipop, another piece of about 8 to 10-inch string, and a sticky dot. So this one's pretty easy. We're simply going to go in, lay in the tag, punch it, turn it around. We're going to punch the other end. This one's kind of cool because it sort of looks like a tombstone at the top. We're going to get rid of that. We don't need it. Then we're going to find the center. Pretty easy. Just kind of sort of fold it over, give it a pinch in the middle, sort of fold it over, line it up, give it a pinch in the middle. Then you're going to take out your tiny little hole punch. Go to the center, punch a hole. Okay? Now the next thing you do need is a sticky dot. You can use a foam dot, you can use a regular dot, whatever kind of dot you want. Put the dot on the lollipop, peel off the adhesive back, put the stick into the hole. Bring up the edges. Adhere the sticky dot. Take your string, go through the holes, bring it up, Now, you don't want to pull this too tight because this is paper. It will tear. Okay? Tie a little knot. Now, if you want to use some, Halloween ribbon or something, that's cool too. You bring that up. And again, we want to dress this up a little bit. So we would take a skull and add a skull and glue that on right there. Maybe a little label with the names of the children, name of a child in that class. But basically, what I've shown you are two really easy ways to do some trick-or-treat things for your kids, grandkids, or even the kids in your neighborhood. This is kind of a cool little treat to give somebody instead of that little bag. And you get away with one piece of candy, and they're kind of happy with this. My house is the favorite in the neighborhood every year because we pass this stuff out. Okay? This little box too, by the way, you could put a lollipop in here, and you can actually fit, if you use these little tiny lollipops, you can actually fit that little tiny lollipop in there and like maybe another piece of candy or gum or something. Totally up to you. But there they are, two little treat packages. Pretty easy to make. They take just seconds a piece. Wanted to share that with you guys. As we get closer to the seasons, I'm going to be showing you some other things, okay? But these are my Halloween treaties, and I pass these out every year. So thank you for watching. Go down there, subscribe for me, like me, ring my bell, share me. I'm making candy stuff. Till the next time, guys. Bye-bye.